Hey, welcome back. I'm Shannon Rose Scott. This is Sound Wisdom Tarot, and this is a very special new moon reading regarding your life path, your soul purpose, your hero's journey. Yes, if you're just joining me for the first time or if you've been here for a while, I want to remind you that for this soul path, Life Hero's Journey, I first take just the major arcana cards. Okay, just the majors to find out where you're at right now on your hero's journey. Then I'll use additional full decks. Let me grab the one that just fell there. Who fell? Okay. To clarify and give us more of a story. It came out, so I'm going to share with you right now. This card fell out of the deck, the Five of Wands. So that's giving me an indication that there's like a little bit of disruption going on right now in your hero's journey, in your soul path, your life purpose. You're feeling a little bit like you're having to climb and reach for the top of something, and you're kind of fighting for your spot. This could even be an internal fight. We'll have to get the full reading, but let's get into it. Let's get it. Here we go. Spirit guides, high divine, intergalactical beings and angel guides, please help me connect to the spirit guides of my collective, tuning in to this particular reading for their soul path, life purpose, hero's journey. Yes, if you've come across this reading for any reason at all, whether you saw the notification, whether it happened randomly upon your YouTube channel or social media places, there's a message in here for you. All right, so what does our collective need to know, please, Spirit? What does our collective need to know right now? Where are they at? Thank you. On their hero's journey. We got the Chariot card. Yeah. Yay. Okay, I rather love this card. So right now, on your soul path, you are at a very important part in your journey where you're having to choose which direction to go. And you are the only one who can choose it. Okay, you're the only one who can make this decision, who can be the driver of your car. I feel like for some of you, you've been letting other people drive you. You know, you've been letting other people direct your life. And this is the time where it is essential that you stop allowing others to direct the path you are on and to make this decision for yourself. Get into the driver's seat. I love how this Chariot driver is like right in the middle of the car. Like there's not even an option for somebody to be their navigator. There's no backseat drivers in this vehicle. Okay, this Chariot driver, this is the master of their own life, right? And you are being called right now to be the master of your life and to get going on your purpose. It's going to require the merging of your light side and your dark side. That's the other reason I love this card, is because here we have these two opposites of yourself. All of us, every single person on the planet has a lighter, you could say more positive side, and a darker, more negative side, right? A lighter, uplifting side and a darker, heavier side. And so often we're told in life that we have to get rid of our darker side, our heavier side. We're told only focus on the light, on the positivity. And yet that is not the message in this card. The traditional version of the Chariot is a a chariot, not a car, with two horses that are driving the car or the chariot. And if you had two horses that aren't working together, that are working in opposite ways, your chariot, your vehicle, couldn't go anywhere. It's like the one horse is trying to go this way, the other horse is trying to go this way. Or the one horse is trying to go up and the other horse is trying to go down. Lighter, heavier. But you need to learn how to make both horses work together to take you forward. Not only have you been allowing in the past other people to direct the path of your life, you've been confused with the parts internally too. And this is what this card is speaking to as well. It's not only a card of, the Five of Wands is not only a card of like having fighting and disruptions with others, it's that fight within. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I want this, but I feel like I should want this. Or I feel like I shouldn't want this. Here you're being called to have those two sides of yourself merge. How can they work together? How can you use your heavier, darker parts of yourself for the better? For example, people that tend to overwork, right? Or have like workaholic tendencies, or, you know, are very driven by money or success. They have a real hard time resting. And yet there's a part of them that really wants to rest. The lighter aspect would be, oh, just keep going. That's a really good quality, to work a lot, to rest, to keep moving forward. And yet that leads to burnout, where then big, long, exaggerated periods of rest are required. Learning to work with this part of yourself that wants to rest would mean actually giving yourself like proper rest breaks. You know, giving yourself regular times of rest along with the regular bursts of work and action. That's learning how to work with both sides. It would also be, right, if you're tending more towards the workaholic aspect, that is also like a darker energy, right? And it's refusing to allow yourself to work after a certain time in order to have the rest needed. People that seem to have these multiple creative ideas at night often need to learn to trust that those ideas, those insights will still be there the next day and actually refrain from working through the whole night so that they can be productive the next day, right? It's learning how to control or work with our two horses, okay? Instead of pretending that one of them doesn't exist, or instead of trying to ignore one side, you have to learn to be truthful with yourself about your habits, and then figure out how to find that place in the middle where they can work together. How to bring these horses to the middle line here in the road. Because this car you're on, this chariot, this path is a spiritual path. It's a divinely inspired path. Even if you're like, no, my path isn't spiritual. Okay, you know, it doesn't have to be in the religious or spiritual realm for it to be spiritual. A path as a business executive could be your spiritual path. But the path you're meant to be on, the path you want to be on, that's in alignment with your heart, it is a divinely inspired path. And it's time for you to get on it. Yeah, it's going to lead you to your sun, to your happiness, to your joy. Where you're guiding through your own internal light. You're being like you've got like a torch here where you're leading the way. That's why this has also been a bit of a challenge for you, because you need to get in that car, that chariot of yours, and forge a new path. You need to be the light for others here, and this new path you're on is one that hasn't been done before. Notice how this person doesn't have anyone else inspiring them. So it's not only can't you allow other people to direct you, you can't even look for someone else to inspire you. You don't even have people beside you at your level. But guess what? You have this whole trail behind you, this community behind, that will be inspired by the actions you take. That's why this is such an important and crucial moment right now, because the path you take will be watched by others. And are you going to lead the inspirational path of individuality, of being unique and true to yourself? Or are you instead going to leave behind a path of following others? So let's see more now from the full deck. What has led you to this point, my collective? Oh, here we go. The cards are already speaking. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, what do we have here? Bunch just jumped out. And can we have one more, please? One more. Thank you, Spirit. What is that? Ah, okay. I'd like to remind you, as we move in to the deeper part of the reading, not to force anything to fit, to pick and choose from your own intuition which messages are for you and which messages are actually for someone else. Okay? And at this point, I'd also invite you to subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. And to hit that like button, hit that notification bell, all that stuff. It means a lot to me and my channel, and I do appreciate you so much. Okay, so here we go. In your past, we have 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so in your past, you had a lot of times that you tried things that weren't successful. You felt unrecognized, like you felt like you did so much work, but it wasn't recognized, right? You weren't given your due. And so I can appreciate why now it's hard for you to get in that chariot and lead the way, because it's like, I've done this before, Shannon, you're telling me, right? I've done this before and it didn't work. That was your past. And that's clarified with the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, you lost money, I think, in the past as well. You lost money. You felt pushed out in the cold. Like it didn't matter what you did. It just didn't seem to be the right thing, and nobody wanted it, and people wouldn't pay you for it. You felt alone, abandoned by the world, by society, by your clients, if you had clients. And right now you're being asked to step into your leadership. King of Wands energy. Yeah. This is good. I like this for you. So these things that didn't work out in the past were just fuel for your fire. Okay? And I know that's easy for me to say. But it's true. The things that didn't work out, they were meant to not work out, so that you could learn from those mistakes, any of the mistakes that were yours, but even just so that you could learn how to tolerate lack of success. Every time a person rejected you, that they didn't recognize you, you got to give yourself the recognition. You had to learn how to value yourself instead of get this value from other people's recognition. And that's actually a wonderful lesson to learn, because that's the only way we actually step into our king. Right? That's the only way, is by validating ourselves. If you're constantly relying on other people's validation, we don't get to be king of our life. And the King of Wands is the master of his or her fire. Okay, that's like your internal drive to get up and get going, your internal drive to get in that car and forge your own path, to be this light bringer to the world. You have to be on fire, right? You have to burn. You have to burn through your past of feeling left out in the cold and of things not working out. You got to burn that up. Rise up out of those ashes like the phoenix you are, and go for your heart's true passion anyway, in spite of the fact that people didn't give you the recognition and success you deserved. When you push through that and be the king of your own passion, your drive, this is very highly career focused, the King of Wands, but not in the money sense, more in the passion sense. This is doing what you love, mastering that quality as well, mastering what it is you love. Something that's inspiring. It could be artistic, but it doesn't have to be. But this is being like the leader. Again, you've got a lot of leader cards, not following what others have done. You're being called right now in your life purpose to lead. And there was some sort of tower moment that is now done. Okay, we have the tower in reverse. Yeah, this being left out in the cold, this lack of recognition, this thing in the past that didn't work out, it led to a big tower moment for you. It could have completely destroyed your world, destroyed your foundations, destroyed the way like you think of things, and this brought in a lot of aha moments of like, where you received big, uncomfortable guidance about what wasn't working in your life. And it could have led to some brand new ideas of what it is you really want to do instead. And now the reason you're able to sit on your throne here is because this tower moment is over. It's in the past. But you can't let what happened hold you back. So it is time for you to sit on top of the destruction and rebuild. Notice how even here we've got a little of those old signs. These rocks here in the foreground. Yeah, foreground. Look to me like this. These rocks here, right? Looks to me like, yeah, your tower fell, and now here you are. You've rebuilt yourself from this tower. Whatever happened, you have used it to rebuild and grow. So what's coming up for you? What is coming up here? We've got the Hermit in reverse. And the Seven of Wands also in reverse. Your next step is to make sure you do not isolate. Okay, the Hermit is a card of isolation, but because this is in reverse, your advice from your higher self, from spirit, is not to isolate. No, because right now, like, you're stepping into leadership. You're alone leading, but you've got to share. You've got to share your gifts now. You've got to get in that car and get out there and preach, yo. Okay? You got to get out there and like share your wisdom, your desires, your passion, your gifts with the world. You must not isolate right now. Moving forward, it is time to get out there. And that's maybe what you're kind of fighting a bit against. Internally, it's like, do I have what it takes? Do I have what it takes? Yes, the cards say yes, you do. You do have what it takes. You're the only one who does. In this situation, right? You're the only one who can share the passion, the wisdom, the vision that you have. You're the only one who can share that. And yeah, with the Seven of Swords in reverse as well. The Seven of Swords upright can be a card of like self-preservation and of having to leave and leave a society. And then the Hermit is leaving as well, but going off to isolate and come into your own inner wisdom. But both of these cards in reverse are symbolizing no. Do not isolate, do not leave behind a situation. I want to clarify with, yes, my other deck. Another deck. Why is the Hermit in reverse here? Thank you. And why is, I like this, the Star just came out. And why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse? Thank you. Oh. Okay. Wow, okay, Five of Pentacles came out again. Same card. With the Two of Wands. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so why must you not isolate right now, like the Hermit? Because you're a star, you're meant to be seen. It's a pretty clear message, right? You need to be this guiding light to the world right now. And if you go off and hide yourself away, even for your own benefit, right? That's like the Hermit it can be a good card at times, but this is not the time. Right now, you need to actually shine. You are meant to be in the spotlight. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to wave this torch. You are meant to drive onwards into the night, into the day, into the night. Wherever you go, you're meant to drive through and shine. You are meant to be seen. Do not hold yourself back. It's okay to show how amazing you are. It's not showing off. I'm just getting the message really clearly that some of you are worried about being a show-off. No. Show off. You are meant to show off. You are meant to show off. You are meant to show up, my friends. It's not being a show-off. You are showing up for your community. You are showing up for the world. You are being a guiding light that others can look to and receive inspiration. That's actually a selfless act, right? To be there for others, inspiring others on some a path that has been not done before. The Seven of Swords upright is that, again, that self-preservation where you're you're kind of going off and doing your own thing, and here it's in revert. Like, do not do that. You might be tempted. Maybe in the past you've had to, right? You've had to leave situations. You've had to be alone. You've had to be a little almost sneaky about it, or you've had to just take exactly what you need and leave some stuff behind and leave a community behind here. But in reverse, no. You're being called to stay this time, to stay with the people, because otherwise you will feel left out in the cold again. All right, if you end up sneaking away, if you end up not sharing your wisdom, you will be alone here. You will be left out in the cold. Whereas instead, you know where it is you want to go. You know where it is you want to go. You have a choice right now. Again, we have two of wands here, and the Chariot is like a card of choices too. Which direction do you want to go? You know where it is you want to go. You have two choices, but one of them doesn't feel good. You've already, at least mentally, put it aside, emotionally put it aside. Now it's time to physically leave this past behind you. And look, you got this adventure waiting for you. Can't help but notice we got the van life here, and you're here, you're in a car. It's time to get on the road. Get on the road, get out there, get out into the world. Stop just thinking about it and looking, dreaming. No, it's time to get out there. Get out there and be seen. That's what I have for you. That's what Spirit has for you. This is what your higher self has for you right now. So to sum up, you came from a past path that had you feeling in poverty, left out in the cold, maybe losing money, where you weren't recognized. But that is over with. That is no longer. Because moving forward, you are now, like after the destruction of your old world, you've really learned already, and you're just in those final stages right now of bossing up and becoming this king of fire that you are, where you're passionate, where you love what you do, where you love what you do so much that you are now ready to stop hiding from the world and instead to share it, to share your vision. And you know that if you stay stuck in the past choice, that you'll just keep staying here in this impoverished mindset. So it is really time to let go of that old way of thinking, and of even thinking about the past that didn't work out, the times you weren't recognized. You got to stop thinking about it even, right? Because that will keep you here in this heavy, sad, depressed mindset. And let your inspiration for this new adventure you're ready to take get you out there, get you in your chariot, so that you can be this guiding light of healing and inspiration for others. Be the star that others wish upon. All right, my friends, let me know in the comments section how this resonated for you, or if you're not quite sure yet, even just like how you're claiming this power, all right? Right? I claim this power, right? I am the master of my life. I am ready to be the driver of my life and to be this shining star for others. Let me know how this has resonated, what you're taking with you. It really helps me know whose energy is here, and then I can tap into your energy even more in future readings. An emoji even is always welcome, just to give me an indication of who's here, who's watching. You're also welcome to let us know like where you're from in the world and your story. If you feel like sharing your story, share it. It helps others as well see how this can be translated for them. And I'll let you know, my friends, that I do offer personal private readings if you want something even more unique and individualized, specific to you. I have life path readings, career readings, love readings, readings where you connect with people who've passed on to the other side, general question readings, specific question readings, readings for you, okay? And the info about that is in the description box, not the comments, but the description box below. So go ahead and check that out. And if you have been waiting for me to come back, yes, I thank you for your patience in my little break from the tarot readings, my friends. For those of you who've been my regular followers this year, I appreciate the little delay in these readings coming back online, but I am back here. So yes, keep sending your support through your views, through watching, through those likes. It really does mean so much to me, and I do read every single comment, so thank you for commenting. And until next time, keep tuning in to your inner wisdom, your inner path, your hero's journey. Ciao.